All right, on the heels of a world record in the women's 100 fly, set for our first final of the night. It is the men's 400 freestyle, and the lone American in the final 8 is Peter van der Kay, a familiar name and a two-time gold medalist in the 800 free relay for the United States. So it's van der Kay in lane 2. You can see fourth in this event, just off the podium in Beijing.
Yeah, his teammate Larson Jensen won the bronze medal in that Olympic Games last summer, but a mainstay for the Americans, so popular. Great Michigan teams that he was part of. And he's got a shot at a medal here. You know, this is a wide open event. Park Tae-won, we'll get to that more later on, Dan, but the Olympic gold medalist doesn't even qualify, so it opens it up even more.
The defending Olympic and world champion Park Tae-won of Korea did not make it into the finals. We're going to see Park Tae-won later on in the 200, but that was a shocker, so maybe that makes van der Kay and company's quest here a lot easier to perhaps make some noise here. You've got Oz Maluli in lane 3, just below van der Kay. He's the Olympic 1500-meter champion. We just saw the oldest women's record, world record, go off the books. Ian Thorpe's world record, considered at one time magical, Rowdy, 3:40.08. Maybe there's a chance it could go tonight.
It would shock me to see this world record. Not so shocking for Sjöström, but this one, I mean, he has the 8 fastest times in history, Dan. And the second fastest performer, Park Tae-won, is not in the field. Right. And he was almost 2 seconds behind. His best time is still almost 2 seconds behind Thorpe. So it would be shocking to see a world record. I really expect this to be kind of a cat and mouse race. I don't think anybody's going to really stand up and go for it. And early on, they're proving me right. They're just kind of laying back. You got a lot of good back half swimmers. I'd like to see PVK, everybody calls him PVK, Peter van der Kay, to take it out, try to remove himself from the rest of this field, put the pressure on the rest of the field.
Now you like Zhang Ling in lane 5 from China, and he's doing pretty well right now at the 100-meter mark, 8 lengths of the pool.
Well, we talked about it before the broadcast, Dan, and I said Zhang Ling just looked so good this morning in the prelims. He just blasted out that first 200. He was 1:48.9 in the first 200, which is really fast for a prelim swim. And he's been known to come back on the field. So if he lays with these guys, I'm not sure anybody in this field can hang with Zhang Ling the last 100, except for perhaps Maluli right up there in lane number 3.
Ryan Cochran of Canada had the lead there at the 150 mark. They're under American record pace right now. Van der Kay was slowed early this year by a virus, which many, including himself, thought at the time it could have been the swine flu, but we talked to him before these championships began, and he said, I was never tested for it specifically, but I did feel bad. I did get behind my training for a while, but I feel very good right now here in Rome.
Boy, you're right, though. Look at all 4 of them are right there, kind of just hanging right with each other. Van der Kay needs to get himself into position right now. He can't wait any longer with these guys. They're just too strong the last 100. Van der Kay right there in the box. He's in lane number 2. That's 2 from the top. And then those guys are bunched up. Maluli, Biederman, the top qualifier, and Ling from China.
All right, so as they make the turn, Maluli looking pretty good. Up there in lane 3, 3rd from the top.
You've got to like Maluli right now, the 1,500-meter champ. You know he's got the speed the last 100. Looking very solid right now. Nice flat back, good body posture. Just real solid right now, well off the world record pace.
Final 100 meters here. Biederman also of Germany, just below Maluli in lane 4, looking strong. And again, van der Kay up there in lane 2, just kind of drifting off the shoulder of Maluli up there just above him.
It's just like he's just kind of hanging in there. He's hanging in there. He's so close to being right there in the mix, yet he's facing 3 guys that just aren't going to give him a lot of room to breathe this last bit.
All right, so as they turn for home, Maluli is the swimmer to beat.
Biederman's looking good now. All of a sudden, he's put his kick into it.
And van der Kay has faded a little bit. Biederman in lane 4 putting big-time pressure on. And Biederman has taken residents ahead of the field.
And he's close to that world
And he's
record
getting
pace.
closer to the world record, 3:40.08, and he just got it by 1/100th. The second oldest men's record on the books, and a lot like the previous race. Didn't seem like it was going to happen until the final 10 or 15 meters. But the Torpedoes vaunted 400 free world record history. Vanderkay finishes fourth, Maluli second, Zhongling third. What a swim by Biederman.
Unbelievable. I mean, when he touched you and I looked at each other and said, what was that? It was two back-to-back world records. Watch the finish right there. He is just so... Once he put his kick into it coming off that last 50, I knew he'd have a lot left. But remember, Dan, when he flipped at the 300 turn, that world record line was about a half body length ahead of him. And, you know, he's facing Ian Thorpe the last 100. I just did not think he'd have enough to get in. He barely had enough to get in, but he did it. And now he's the new world record holder by 1/100th of a second.
And again, it's just not any world record. One that's been on the books since 2002. The great Ian Thorpe's 3:40.08 eclipsed by 1/100th of a second by Paul Biederman. Maluli second, Zhongling third. Two world records so far in these 2009 World Swimming Championships. We'll be right back to Rome in a moment.